Guys, I finally did it. Right? Look at this. Okay, ignore those three. All right, those are going somewhere else. But look. You see it? They're all gone. All the shulkers, my mess has been finally cleaned up, and we finally finished the storage room. Unfortunately, I did it on stream a couple days ago. I haven't finished it yet, but I gotta wrap it up. But I got rid of all the chests to help, you know, fix with the lag issue, and that unfortunately means we had to get rid of the copper golems, which is fine. You know, it's more of a gimmick than actually a core part of the build. The core part was having it displayed like so, right? Well, let's go ahead and run through really quick. I got all my stone stuff in here. That's literally all the stone. That's all the stone I have. I don't have anything more than that, unfortunately. I got all my terracotta, glass, and concrete in these chests right here. All of my copper stuff is in here. Yes, lots of copper stuff. Nether things here, anything nether related, magma blocks, red nether bricks, glowstone, quartz, basalt, all kinds of stuff, right? Here we got the 3 other stones, diorite, andesite, granite. Here we have skulk and purpur items. Where did I put the purpur? Aha, there it is. We have all of my underwater stuff, prismarine, sponges, coral fans, kelp, all kinds of stuff. All the underwater stuff and things go in here. And then here from I didn't really have a place to put these like in their own section, so I kind of just grouped them together. Snow, mud items, and bricks and clay items as well. Then here we got sand, dirt, and gravel, the trifecta of garbage. And then we have all of my redstone stuff in here. Not a whole lot, I just got in this one chest, but I do have lots of storage for it in the future. And also, since I have so much storage here and I got extra underneath as well, I can probably squeeze in a couple more display blocks for something else if I find something else to stash up here, right? We got the mob blocks here. I didn't really, oh, that actually grew over. That shouldn't be there. We got the mob blocks here. I didn't really have a good way of displaying mob items. You know, I got honey blocks for the bees. I got slimes for slimes, cobwebs for spiders, and bones for skeletons. I didn't really know what else to do. I mean, I guess I could like give me the stray head, right? Give me the enderman head, right? I can stick some heads on there, sure, right? You know? Yeah, I guess that helps. Oh, and we also have mini blocks in the server, right? So a lot of these you can't break down into different sizes, like with the bricks, you know, or the wood have the different variations. So I had to get a little creative on how to, you know, make it poke out and jut out a little bit like it is over here. So that way it kind of has some balance on both sides. So I just turned like the gravel and the dirt into mini blocks. Same thing with these right here. I turned those in mini blocks, the purpur as well. And you can kind of see more of them down the way, right? And then down here, we have all of my plant stuff, not food, plant and moss stuff. So we got moss in here. We got random plant things in here. Oh, that's all right. It'll grow back. Put that in there. And then vines, flowers. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. We got bone meal in here as well. And then overflow storage down there still. And then we have utility blocks. Now, this has always been like a weird storage area for me, like all through Minecraft, because I didn't really know what to categorize these items as. These are anything that have a use, you know, specifically, like let's say scaffolding and ladders, right? Or we have blocks with a UI, most of them anyways, right? We got chests, furnaces, smithing tables, stone cutters, blast furnaces, anvils, lecterns, composters don't go in there, but it's still a utility block, right? And then we have tools as well in here. And then we have random things like chains, iron bars, doors, trap doors, buckets. We got frog lights. I put my lights in here as well. Then we have just random other stuff and things in here as well. By the way, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this. I went to Gold's shop and I picked up a few things and I got this cool lightsaber. Check this out. I believe this is I think this is just a sword. I'm pretty sure, right? Look at that thing. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I do like that. That's really cool. Let me go back in here. Yeah, I've got a green one as well, you know. I thought I had another lightsaber somewhere. I went and got some of these tomatoes that she left behind in my kitchen for me. I got some coffee mugs as well. Music discs, maps, boats, lights, item frames, right? Shulkers. My shulkers have been finally cleaned up and stored away, finally. Don't have to worry about that cluttering up, you know, the entire storage room at the end over there. We finally got all the blocks put up, and you know, I think it turned out really good. I like it. It feels a lot more complete, you know, more whole. It's not as just a jumbled mess of random shulkers everywhere. I still have my, you know, my little setup over here where I can sleep and get my ender chest, and I have my ores in here. I was gonna store these in oh, what is it, like a treasure room, right? Oh, heyo. I'm going to store these in a treasure room, and then we have rockets, and we have excess wool items, because the wool items are going to go into another project I have planned. It's going to be a textile mill, and I'm going to put that in here, which is really cool. All right, but we're not talking about the textile mill today. If you find my prank, wait, I'm about to. I haven't seen the prank. Oh, the creeper hole. Yeah, that's right. That's right. She blew up my base. Hold on, let me grab some stuff, and we're gonna go patch that up. And after we patch that up and try to find her prank, we will set out and take a look at the thing, right? That I did in the beginning of the episode, the forge. That's right. There we go. She blew up my base. How could she, right? No, it's not that serious. I actually didn't put any torches down, so it's my fault, but I will do that now. I'm gonna come over here to fix this. Oh, I didn't grab any grass. Is he wearing a... He killed the wandering trader and is wearing his head. Oh my god. Like that. We're gonna... and boom. Perfect. She said she pranked me on the towers in my episode where I was talking about it. And oh, well, what is this? Is this her quote-unquote prank? Oh, look at that, how cool. What are you, like, trying to siege my base here? What are you doing? Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I love that. Yeah, this is a good prank. How sweet. I really do like it. He's so cute. Let's take a look at him from up here, right? Can we even see him from up here? Will my shaders let me do that? Oh yeah, just barely. Look at him. Oh, good luck, little buddy. I wish you the best. All right, cool. Yes, now that we have done that, let's take a look at the forge, right? Now, in the last episode, I talked about how when you fly by, I kind of wanted to see just like, you know, strokes of red and black and lava. Well, here we are, right? Not too bad. I got to come in here and I still got to wax all this copper because I've yet to do that. So don't mind the off-colored copper blocks. But yeah, no, it looks really good. I struggled really hard with this build because I didn't really know what to do for a forge, you know. I was very I didn't have the creative juices flowing, right? So instead of trying to do something that made sense for, you know, like build layout, like the library or the kitchen or something like that, you know, I kind of want to do something fun. It makes no sense, right? We have a floating giant anvil here, which I love, by the way. I think it's great and it's functional technically, right? You know, I can come here and grab on these anvils, so I can use the giant anvil, right? I snuck a smithing table in here as well, but it does make sense. It kind of just floats, right? I could probably easily remedy that by putting in some other stairs or slabs or something here to support it, right? But yeah, it just floats, doesn't make sense. This is supposed to be my lava factory, so I can come in here and grab lava as much as I want using these cauldrons. Right, and I just store the excess in here, right? So that way when I come get lava, it's like I'm grabbing it out of the bin here, right? But this is behind the scenes stuff we don't talk about. This corner, I couldn't figure out what to put in this corner the whole time that I was designing it. I was lost, you know. I was very stuck here. So I've left this blank for now, just you know, in the hopes in the future that I will come up with a cool idea to put something here. I don't have any blast furnaces, so maybe I could set up like a blast furnace array over here, not automatic, you know, not a smelting super smelter setup, but something more manual. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I could probably squeeze in here, maybe. We'll see, right? Over here is where all of my farms are, right? So in here, like, we got a bamboo farm that's just dumping in here automatically over time. And then here we have a secondary bamboo farm that will deposit all the stuff into my smelting array. Aha, yes. So that way I'll always have stuff and things. And then anything gets smelted will be deposited in these chests here. And then I need to set up the deposit system, the rail that runs on top, to put items into the top to be smelted, right? So maybe I can like cut out a little hole here and like dump the items into a chest. I don't know. We'll see, right? I need to figure that out still. And then here, I haven't done this yet, but this is where all of my iron will deposit to from the iron farm. And I haven't done the iron farm because I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to get that working with this build, right? Because like we'll come up here to the top. Boom, two bamboo farms, super slow, nothing crazy. I don't need them to be fast, right? I mean, I'm not really smelting a whole lot a lot of the times, so this will be just fine. And I have the second one here for backup if I do need more bamboo, right? And maybe someone could tell me if I did this correctly. I have observers at the top here with redstone on top, like so, on top of that one. So we'll trigger that, trigger that, trigger that, trigger that all the way down. So whenever one of them makes it to the top, all of them will trigger, right? I couldn't think of a better way to do that. I think that's pretty efficient. Maybe not. It's a lot of observers. Probably it's really expensive, but I couldn't really think of a better way to make a vertical redstone signal just straight down to all of these pistons that will get triggered by any of the bamboo growing up there, right? So if any bamboo piece makes it to the top, it will trigger all of them, right? That was the idea, just that way it will trigger a lot more frequently, right? But yeah, that's the forge. I mean, I really like it. I think it's very bold, you know, it's very strong colors, especially against this blue and white foreground, and then you got the red and black back there. It makes it really pop, you know. A lot of color coming out of there. We got the smoke. I love the smoke coming out of the little grates in the floor. I think it's a nice touch. I'm so glad that Mojang did this. They allowed the smoke to travel through grates. Good design choice there. I really do like that, and it adds a little bit of, you know, flair to the room, right? A little bit of extra movement. We got the smoke coming out of here, you know. Yeah, I really gotta wax these things. I'm getting tired of doing this. Yeah, no, I think it turned out really good. I do like it. It definitely could use some tweaking, I feel like, just because there's like I said, some nonsensical things, but you know, also at the same time, I want it to be a fun build, not really a sensical one, I guess, you know, and that's okay with me. I mean, have fun with your builds, you know. I mean, be crazy with them. I don't think this is like way too out there, but I didn't have any ideas for a forge, you know, so I just, like I said, I just started throwing stuff down that looked cool and was fun to build and was usable, you know, like the farms and the lava generator and whatnot, and the giant anvil here as well. Yeah, I mean, I really like it. Like, let's get some flyby shots, right? Hold on here. All right, say you're coming in from out here for whatever reason. You're flying on by. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, look at all that red that just kind of pops in the background. But yeah, no, we finally got the forge done. I know I've talked about that on several episodes already, and I finally followed through, so I do apologize for all the holdup on that. I'm a pretty bad procrastinator, unfortunately. Let's see here. Put up all the stuff and things. We have another cool project we're going to work on today. It's nothing serious. It's nothing crazy. It is fun, though. What do I do with these? I'll just put these in here for now. Maybe I'll put these in here for now. I'll put the boat up. Good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some supplies together. And we will work on the second project for today. Okay, so we got all the stuff and things that we needed. Not a whole lot, a lot of stairs here, some lights, you know, some leaf litter pods, all. Because we are going to extend this pathway out here, and we're going to have it fork off and go down that way and that way as well. However, we're also going to be building some lion statues out here. Remember I was talking about last episode to help bridge the gap from the garden to the pillars. I think this is a good addition here. I got these statue designs from a guy called Let's Lente on YouTube. He posted the video 12 years 12 years ago. So I'll go ahead and put a screenshot of his channel, boom, right there on the screen for you to go check out, and I'll also link him down in the description so you can check him out. But let's see if I can remember how to do these off the top of my head. I know we need quartz stairs to start, right? I think I'd use cobble. And come around like so, right? Oh, let's see if I remember how to do this. 2, 3, 4. I know we had 2 blocks like this. 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We come around here, round it off, another block like so, and then we finish it off, right? And that is the base of the statue. And we're going to be doing 8 of these in total. Let me see here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, and now we're going to do the legs. If I remember right, it comes around here like so. And then we're going to do one here, because we want them kind of like pouncing forward almost, or like getting ready to attack, right? We're gonna do this and that, and then I believe I had a bit of his tail sticking off the edge out here, like so. Yeah, I think I gotta reference the the creative world or the video one more time. 1 second, hold on. Okay, all right, we got it done. That is the lion statue. I think that looks pretty cool. See, I was talking about how he's kind of like getting ready to like kind of pounce on something, you know, like he's like getting in that. It looks very dynamic, you know, he's got like some movement to him, some motion, right? And we have some sea lanterns there to light him up from the underside, so it looks good at nighttime as well. I think it looks really good. I like that. Now just picture we got seven more of those things coming down here and here as well. And then we're gonna have this pathway extended out and running down along the sides. Oh yeah, no, I think that looks really good. And the quartz works well with the white as well. And I think the stone, you know, adds a nice bit of variation in color to the whole thing, so that way it kind of stands out amongst the background, the sea of blue, white, and green, you know? Yeah, let's go ahead and put these things in. So we're gonna do a cool, fancy transition. Are you ready? Wait, and there we go. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I do like these. They're very basic. They're very simple, and I think that fits in pretty well because you can shrink them down. You know, I didn't want something like super massive that was like 10, 15 blocks tall. You know, I think this is perfect. I think this is great. It definitely fits in with the garden scale wise. I feel like it's definitely better than something that would be like 10 or 15 blocks tall. You know. I think it came out pretty good, and we do have the lights underneath all the lions, so that way it kind of lights it up a little bit. However, though, I do want to add some pathways, or not pathways, some lanterns, some street lights, you know, kind of dotted all around to help light up the pathway a little bit. I think that would look pretty good. And look at that timing. We got the light coming in here as well. It doesn't hit the lions as much, which is good because I didn't want it to take away from it hitting all the stuff over there. That's kind of what we're going for with that effect. I think it looks really good. I do like it. Let me go up here and get a better viewpoint. Whoops. There we go. Oh yeah, I mean, I think that looks pretty good. I definitely, like I was talking about earlier, it definitely bridges the gap from pillars to garden. And with the new balcony things out here as well, all of it together, it definitely helps spruce up the front quite a bit. It's not so boring out here anymore. Now the towers are there, yes, and I feel like they don't detract from the front as much anymore, which is exactly what I was going for. Still though, I don't know, I have no idea what is going to go out front here. I know I want to put some custom trees in. I might try to dot in some custom trees here. Not ones like this though. Maybe, I don't know, I'll play with it, but not ones like that is not my idea. I want to kind of put like some taller manicured like pine trees type of style, you know, or what are those trees called? Or are ferns a tree? No, that's just a plant, right? What's that type of tree? I can't, it's like tall and skinny. It's kind of like a pine. It might be a pine. That might be what I'm thinking of. I might try to dot in some tall, skinny trees, maybe in between the lions. Maybe, no, probably not. maybe like on the sides over here, or maybe like lining the balconies, or maybe behind the lions. I think that look pretty good. If I put them behind the lions, probably we put like one here, put 8 each, for one for each lion, and that way it kind of will frame. It will kind of frame the entrance going in, right? And that way you kind of even have a nicer, smoother transition from towers to tall pine trees down to lions into the garden. You know, I think that would definitely help ease that in a little bit more. I can definitely play with that in the creative world and see what I can come up with. But yeah, no, I think this turned out really good. I mean, this paired with the forge today, you know, the front of the house is finally starting to come together. I was getting I was getting so tired of working on the interior episode after episode. So this is definitely a nice change of pace. And then, oh, actually, I almost forgot. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I almost forgot to add this window in there. It's nothing fancy. It just kind of helps fill out that front a little bit there. And actually, whenever the sun starts setting, we get this cool God ray effect that comes in over the top of the forge, and it shines down inside the base. So I kind of want to incorporate that into the armory. Maybe because I plan on putting the armory right here, right off the edge of the forge, because, you know, forge, armory, makes sense, right? I kind of want to put a little window in the armory that will let that light through so it shines into the armory so you can see it inside the base. We'll kind of, I'll try to remember to show you guys that when the sun starts setting. But yeah, I think we'll probably call the episode there for today. We got quite a bit done. We fixed up the storage room. Well, I didn't do that for the episode today, but I did do that in the off-camera time. Cleaned up the storage room finally. We built the forge finally. We finally got these lions put in place. You know, the front of the base is definitely coming together now. Yeah, no, I think it's turning out great. The sun's getting pretty close to setting, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and cut to the cool god rays. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that super cool? And when the sun starts setting, you can kind of see it's moving a little bit further along. And I have this idea where I want the window in the armory to kind of perfectly like match that. So when the light rays come in, they'll shine through the armory, shine into the armory, and kind of like bounce around in there. Oh, it's gonna look super cool. I do like that. I used yellow, orange, and red glass to kind of look like some fire almost, you know, fire, forge, makes sense, right? That's kind of why I did that. I like those colors. Look at that. Oh, I love the shaders. This right here, this is why I'm so torn on getting rid of the shaders in terms of, you know, FPS gain, because it's just, oh, you can't beat that, you know, like that just looks so good. I like that a lot. And when it like creeps over the corner here, we do like that. We like that a lot. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for checking in for another episode. I do appreciate y'all watching the content and sticking around and subscribing and liking. And if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do it now. Now is a good time to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It's completely free for you. And if you don't like the content later on, you can always unsubscribe. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.